Pokemon fans from across Long Island and the tri-state area gathered by the hundreds at the LI TCG show's Chu Brew event at the Great South Bay Brewery in Bayshore, New York. Signing autographs was Jason Paige, the singer of the Pokemon theme.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was.
Well, I am what's known as the session singer. As you can see behind me, all of the various sessions that I've sung that you might know. Subway, eat fresh, the quilted, quick to pick her upper. When you get nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. Do-do-do-do-do, always Coca-Cola. The list goes on and on. I'm also a singer for background for artists like Meatloaf, Michael Jackson, Foreigner, Scorpions. I toured with Blood, Sweat, and Tears. So as a session singer, I go around to all the studios and record whatever they want for the clients, which in this case was Pokemon. I jumped into the studio. They said, we got this new TV show from Japan that we're dubbing in English, and we need a new theme song. And they played it for me, and I was like, oh, it's great. It was almost, fully written, but at the end, they had Catch 'em If You Can, Pokemon. Catch 'em If You Can. So that got swapped out. The new vocal was laid on, and the rest is history. But that's how it works. Session singers, they go around doing stuff.
I told you I was part of it all. I was part of the licensing program. So I was extremely surprised, along with everyone in the company, at how big it got so fast.
Yeah.
When did you realize that this was as big as it is?
When I walked by the Blockbuster video store, videotapes, remember those things from back in the day? And I heard a Pikachu room greeter sing the song as I walked by it. Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon. And I was like, yo, it was a Pikachu, a Charmander, and a Squirtle room greeter. Just toys in a Blockbuster singing the song at me. And I bought them to give as gifts to my friends and my family. And the people in the store were like, thank you so much for buying those things. They're driving us crazy. They're going off all day long. So yeah, that was when I knew. Also, when it became a Radio Disney #1 song, obviously the album was a #1 Billboard song as well, but Radio Disney was running that thing every time you turn it on, it would be blasted. And now it's even bigger with the internet and all the reels of every Pokemon fan using the song to underscore their Pokemon videos. Incredible. The love of the Pokemon ecosystem is absolutely endless.
What's interesting is when we were involved, they were 6 years old, they were 9 years old, and here they are drinking.
Yeah, right. They finally grew up.
So what's it like to deal with full-grown adults and that you were such a part of their childhood?
Yeah, well, they came of age around 2016 when Pokemon Go came out, and they all saw each other in the streets playing Pokemon Go, and it was all those people were Pokemon kids, and the billions of them. So they started playing the song again, and then they wanted to know who I was, because as a child, you just have the experience of it. You don't care who sang the song, who wrote the song, who's playing guitar. You just have the song as your inspiration to your gameplay, to your video games, to your cards, to your everything that you do with Pokemon. So now these adults are meeting me for the first time. They're finding out about me for the first time. And I'm finding out about them for the first time. So it's like this reunion of sorts with a long lost relative that you didn't know you had. And they are filled with all of the Pokemon love that's inside of them is channeled towards me and Matthew and Tara and all the other Pokemon actors, voice actors. But I represent the whole ecosystem, from the cards to the games to the TV show to the movies. So I get such an incredible amount of love and support, and it's fabulous. I'm profoundly grateful for the way that the Pokemon Corporation has run their business and allowed the world to adopt their own independent projects, like this project right here. This is just somebody loving Pokemon and getting everybody together, and every booth is another Pokemon lover. And Pokemon, the company, is just allowing this all to happen and nurturing it. So they're creating this $100 billion industry out of love. It's not out of like a capitalist, they don't advertise. they're just letting the people do the work for them, and it's beautiful because it's out of love that the people do the work. And I'm glad to be here to support that process. I'm signing here at my booth just my own collection of cards that I have been amassing over only the past 4 years that I understood that cards were a thing. Before that, it was just I was signing posters. But 2020, everybody went into their garages, pulled out their cards and started going on Facebook groups and selling them. And then I said, oh, maybe I could sign somebody's cards instead of a poster. And then I started collecting. And now I have a vast collection of all kinds of things, a lot of OG base set stuff. And people bring me their items to sign, or they can pick from the items that I have here, like this VHS tape slabbed and graded inside of a case. Will never be played again, but there's air from 1998 trapped in there if you want to breathe some clean air.
Gotta catch 'em all.